Welcome back to High Stakes. Today, we will be discussing the following NBA matches that is happening on Tuesday, October 24th, 2023. We will be providing our team, total, and prop picks for the day. Before we get started, please remember to subscribe to our channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. If you want access to our premium picks, you can check out our Patreon page. You can find the link to our Patreon page in the description and comment section below. Los Angeles Lakers vs. Denver Nuggets. The Los Angeles Lakers had a Jekyll and Hyde season last year and are looking to be more consistent this season. The Lakers had a lot of roster turnover from last season as they lost Mohamed Bamba, Malik Beasley, Troy Brown Jr., Wenyen Gabriel, Scottie Pippen Jr., Dennis Schroeder, and Lonnie Walker. They were able to add Gabe Vincent, Taurean Prince, Cam Reddish, Jackson Hayes, and Colin Castleton to the roster. The duo of small forward LeBron James and power forward Anthony Davis is going to be the center of this team. James is coming off a season where he averaged 28.9 points, 8.3 rebounds, 6.8 assists, 0.6 blocks, and 0.9 steals in 35.5 minutes per game. This team had a brutal start to the season and really turned things on later in the season and is looking to be a top 6 team in the Western Conference. The Los Angeles Lakers were able to score with regularity last season as they finished 6th in the league with 117.2 points per game while shooting just 34.6% from beyond the arc. The offense was able to get to the free throw line early and often as they led all of basketball with 26.6 free throw attempts per game. Defensively, Los Angeles needs to show improvement as they were 20th with 116.6 points per game given up. If they can fix some rotational issues and get better at defense, they will be a huge force this season. The ring ceremony typically garners significant additional attention, diverting focus from the actual game, which could disrupt the Nuggets. In contrast, LeBron James and his team are accustomed to such events, and the additional motivation stemming from Nuggets coach Mike Malone providing material for bulletin boards amplifies the drama of this game. The Nuggets have suffered a setback due to the absence of Bruce Brown, a key contributor who performs various essential tasks for the team. The Lakers possess a considerable amount of size, enabling them to partially counteract the impact of Nikola Jokic with LeBron James contributing to the team's production. Despite being swept in the Western Conference Finals during the previous season, all 4 games remained closely contested until late in the matchups. Consequently, I recommend placing your bet on the Lakers to keep this game competitive and cover the spread. The Denver Nuggets were able to climb the mountaintops and win the NBA championship last season. They lost some key pieces during the offseason as Bruce Brown Jr., Thomas Bryant, and Jeff Green all are wearing a different uniform this season. However, they added to the roster as they signed Justin Holiday while selecting Julian Strawther, Jalen Pickett, and Hunter Tyson in the 2023 NBA Draft. One thing is for certain, the team is going to revolve around center Nikola Jokic as he averaged 24.5 points, 11.8 rebounds, 9.8 assists, 0.7 blocks, and 1.3 steals in 33.7 minutes per game. With another season removed from the injuries to point guard Jamal Murray, this team is looking to be a force once again. The Denver Nuggets were one of the best defensive teams in the league a year ago. They finished 12th in the NBA with 115.8 points and led the league shooting 50.4% from the field. A big reason the offense clicked was the fact they were able to shoot 37.9% from beyond the arc, 4th in the sport. They also played well defensively as they finished 8th with 112.5 points allowed per game. If they can continue to be formidable on the defensive side of the court, they will be able to win a lot of games once again this season. With this being the first game of the season, expect the pace of play to be a bit slower than usual. Looking at the possessions per 48 minutes last season, Denver finished 21st in the NBA with 98.5 possessions according to Dunks and Threes, so expect a slower-paced game to kick off the year. With a lot of veterans on the court, this makes a lot of sense as well, and the exhaustion will kick in as the game progresses as well as the elevation of Denver playing a factor. Los Angeles is not a good three-point shooting team, so expect the misses to pile up and lead to not as many second-chance opportunities with 2 strong rebounding teams going up against one another. Go with under 228 points in this game as it seems to be the better option for this game. Phoenix Suns vs. Golden State Warriors. The Phoenix Suns have pushed their chips to the middle of the table as they built a roster aimed to win right now. It began at the trade deadline last season when the Suns sent away Michael Bridges, Cam Johnson, and Jay Crowder to acquire superstar Kevin Durant along with TJ Warren, who they have since released. After losing to eventual world champion Denver, the Suns traded away point guard Chris Paul among others for the Wizards' all-star guard Bradley Beal. They've also added S.G. Kean Johnson, S.G. Grayson Allen, S.F. Nasir Little, and C. Jusser Nurkic in trades to completely overhaul their roster. They've also added Frank Vogel as their new head coach, replacing the departed Monty Williams. The Suns hope that the trio of Durant, Beal, and fellow All-Star Devin Booker can provide the offense while all the new additions can adapt to Vogel's defensive philosophies and get back to the NBA Finals for the first time since losing to the Bucks in 2020-21. The Suns cruised through the preseason with a 4-1 record, including win in each of their last 3 games. They will look much different than the team that was ousted by the Nuggets in the playoffs last season. Durant will be playing with the Suns for a full season this year, and the Suns' backcourt will feature 2 scoring guards in Booker and Beal. For the first time in 3 seasons, the Suns will not have Chris Paul running the show at point guard, instead utilizing Booker and Beal as hybrid guards, both capable of manning the point. Defensively, the Suns should be better with a more defensive-minded Vogel running the team. Vogel has a championship pedigree, having won the title while coaching the Lakers in 2019-20. The Suns' bench has been rebuilt with veteran guards like Allen and Gordon that can play physically from the guard spots and space the floor. Both of these teams are in the process of making adjustments as the new season begins, with several new additions to their rosters. In the previous season, the Suns won 3 out of 4 games against the Warriors, but it's worth noting that Kevin Durant was absent from all 4 contests for the Suns, and Chris Paul was part of the Suns roster. The absence of Draymond Green will be particularly significant on Tuesday night, as Green's disruptive capabilities, especially on the defensive end, will be sorely missed. The Warriors don't have effective defensive strategies to counter Durant, who is expected to have a favorable performance in his first game back in Golden State with fans since winning a championship with the Warriors. While Chris Paul should serve as a proficient playmaker for the Warriors, at the age of 38, he no longer possesses the same defensive prowess he had earlier in his career. Stephen Curry has never been known for his defensive abilities, which could create opportunities for Devin Booker and Bradley Beal, provided Beal plays despite his back issue. The Warriors' defense ranked just 21st in the NBA in terms of points allowed last season, and this number isn't expected to improve with Paul in the lineup and Green absent for the season opener. Although Curry and Klay Thompson are expected to contribute significantly on the offensive end, the Warriors may struggle to make enough defensive stops to secure the victory. The Golden State Warriors enter the 2023-24 season looking at perhaps their last gasp to win a title in the Steph Curry/Klay Thompson/Draymond Green era. The trio has 4 titles to their credit, but Curry is now 35, while Thompson and Green are 33 years old each as the season gets underway. Instead of getting younger, the Warriors added another veteran by trading sharpshooter Jordan Poole for 38-year-old 19-year NBA veteran point guard Chris Paul. Paul will try to help distribute the ball to a team full of shooters and take some of the pressure off of both Curry and Green as distributors on offense. The Warriors also added veteran point guard Corey Joseph, who won a title with the Spurs, and veteran forward Dario Saric, who reached the NBA Finals with the Suns in 2021. They did add some youth in the draft by adding guard Brandon Podziemski, another quality shooter, and big man Tracy Jackson Davis out of Indiana, who could provide depth up front and an additional shot blocker. The Warriors still have veterans like Andrew Wiggins, Gary Payton II, and Kevin Looney. Ultimately, though, the Warriors will only go as far as their trio of veteran champions can take them. Like the Suns, the Warriors finished the preseason at 4-1. They come into the opener a bit banged up, however, with Green listed as out with an ankle injury to start the season. Green's loss hurts the Warriors on the glass and also with his ability to disrupt the opposition defensively and create offense with his passing. Kevin Looney will likely start in Green's place and should provide rebounding. The Warriors' offense should look different this season with Paul running the show, and his presence will give both Curry and Thompson more opportunities to run off screens and get open from beyond the arc. Wiggins should also benefit from Paul's ability to create, and it wouldn't be surprising to see Wiggins have his best season to date playing with Paul. It will be an emotional night in Golden State with the return of Durant, but once the dust settles, it will also be a fairly offensive night. The Warriors are going to have their hands full trying to stop the Suns' dynamic trio, particularly Durant. On the other end, the Suns will eventually be a decent defensive team with the athleticism of Beal and Booker to go along with rugged if undersized center Nurkic, but it will take time for them to incorporate the defensive schemes of Vogel. With that in mind, I expect the Warriors to get some good looks beyond the arc and big nights from both Curry and Thompson thanks to Paul's floor leadership. Watch out for a big night from Wiggins as well, as he looks to bounce back from what was a rough close to last season. Take the over. Thank you for tuning into this video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you stay updated with our daily content.